World of Tanks Xbox 360 Edition defies first impressions. Those who assume it's a superficial, team-based action game will find it has tremendous depth and complexity, while those who assume it's a hardcore tank simulation will find major concessions to a pick-up-and-play accessibility that values action over authenticity. It's missing a couple of key features that make the PC version the best experience, but the most important parts are that it's free to play and also a lot of fun. The trick is in World of Tanks' balance between its hardcore and arcade elements. On the hardcore side, for instance, you can aim at an enemy tank's axles to take out its treads. On the arcade side, those treads will automatically be repaired in a matter of minutes. On the hardcore side, line of sight makes spotting by light tanks critical. On the arcade side, the third-person camera gives you a view of enemies you'd never see from the turret hatch. These 6 versus 6 matches are quick, and the controls are dead simple. You can move your tank, you can aim your turret, and you can fire. And that's about it. Sure, occasionally you'll be using your radio or some consumable resource, but the emphasis on simply moving and shooting strips away some of the hardcore distractions and lets you focus on the action. Are you moving? Are you hiding? Can you take a shot without giving away your position? Can you get around behind an enemy and strike at his weaker armor without exposing your own? These decisions are what World of Tanks is about, and there's just enough realism to make balancing the risks and rewards matter in a meaningful way. Though the heads-up display can get a bit busy at times, it's almost always immediately apparent what's going on around you, which absolutely helps the sense of tactical awareness. A few of the concessions are a little too convenient and break the illusion somewhat. I'm thinking of the silhouettes to let you spot enemies through trees or other concealment, for instance, but they do make it very easy to read the battlefield right from the turret. Better still, it does so without lots of complicated systems, so I never once felt that voice chat was required to coordinate with my team. That said, there's still just some outright confusing or missing stuff. There's no crew, for instance, even though it's referenced several places, including in the consumable items you can buy for real money to improve your crew's morale. As fun as the matches could be, the high cost of advancement begins to stifle any sense of progress at higher levels. It's quite easy to breeze through the first 4 or 5 tiers of a given tank line, but once you hit that 6th tier, you need to put in some serious time to unlock the higher level tanks unless you want to buy them. In between tiers, you're essentially grinding away on equipment packages for your tanks, but upgrades aren't interesting because you're just buying the next incremental improvement you can afford. The new stuff is always better than the old stuff, so there's no reason to look back and choose from multiple options. There are also some dead spots in some of the tank research lines, but not everyone agrees where they are. Some players dislike the M3 Lee, but I found a playing style that really made it work. On the other hand, I couldn't wait to earn enough experience to graduate away from the god-awful Hetzer, which I could never really seem to get the hang of. Fortunately, there are multiple tank paths to research, and ambitious tank commanders will likely find themselves working down a few of them at any given moment. Of course, it can all be sped up by paying for a premium account. While World of Tanks' real money economy never really seems particularly exploitative, not spending money will definitely increase the likelihood that you'll get frustrated by the slow pace of advancement at the upper levels. World of Tanks is a rare combination of hardcore attitude and pick-up-and-play accessibility that's as effective on the Xbox as it has been on the PC. Jumping in and out of multiplayer matches that reward quick reflexes and steady aim is made more thoughtful with consideration of armor facings and treads. The console version is missing many of the elements of the PC version, not least of which is the full roster of tanks, but the action is rewarding, fun, and free for at least the first several hours before grinding does its best to tempt you to spend money.